give negativity permission to be inside. And as long as you don't...
The narrative begins with a discussion about negativity and the idea that one must consciously allow it to influence their life. Much like a vampire needing an invitation to enter, negative forces can only take hold if permitted. This concept is presented as profound, deeply affecting the speaker, who admits to crying for an hour after reflecting on its implications. The discussion then shifts to a specific situation involving Chloe Bailey, a talented artist who recently made bold claims about the music industry and specifically her experiences under Beyonce's Parkwood Entertainment label. These claims have stirred controversy, with Chloe allegedly facing repercussions for speaking out against the industry's darker undercurrents and Beyonce's role in them. Chloe Bailey, along with her sister Halle, rose to prominence after Beyonce signed them to her label in 2015, following their viral cover of Pretty Hurts. The sisters, known for their vocal prowess, were offered a lucrative deal for up to 6 albums over 5 years. Their early career was promising. They released an EP, Sugar Symphony, in 2016, opened for Beyonce's Formation World Tour in Europe, and later dropped a mixtape and 2 critically acclaimed albums, The Kids Are Alright and Ungodly Hour, between 2017 and 2020. However, tensions emerged when Halle moved to London to film Disney's The Little Mermaid, leaving Chloe to pursue a solo career. This marked a turning point as Chloe's solo endeavors faced significant challenges, which she and her fans attribute to mismanagement by Parkwood and, more pointedly, to Beyonce herself. Chloe's debut solo single, Have Mercy, released in 2021, sparked criticism for its overly sexualized imagery, a stark departure from her earlier work with Halle. Fans and critics alike felt the song and its video leaned too heavily into provocative aesthetics, with some even labeling the visuals as demonic or suggesting Chloe appeared possessed. This trend continued with her follow-up single, Treat Me, which doubled down on the same sensual vibe. Many fans expressed disappointment, arguing that Parkwood was failing to capitalize on Chloe's vocal talent and instead pushing a manufactured, hyper-sexualized persona that didn't align with her strengths. The backlash intensified with the release of her debut solo album, In Pieces, in 2023. The album was widely regarded as a commercial and critical disappointment, debuting at number 119 on the Billboard 200 with just over 10,000 units sold in its first week, a sharp contrast to the success of Ungodly Hour, which reached number 16 and earned a Grammy nomination. The choice of collaborators for In Pieces also raised eyebrows. Chloe's decision to work with Chris Brown on the album's second single, given his controversial history with Rihanna, struck many as ill-advised, particularly since Rihanna was signed to Jay-Z, Beyonce's husband. Fans questioned why Beyonce, known for her meticulous control over her own image, would allow such a move for an artist under her label. Additionally, the exclusion of Have Mercy and Treat Me from the album baffled fans, as these were among Chloe's most recognized solo tracks. The album's lack of focus and poor performance led to speculation that Parkwood was either mismanaging Chloe or deliberately undermining her career. Chloe's recent public statements have fueled these suspicions. In a now-deleted interview and subsequent Instagram and TikTok live streams, she spoke candidly about the music industry's darker side, drawing parallels to the film Sinners, directed by Ryan Coogler and starring Michael B. Jordan. The movie, set in 1930s Mississippi, depicts twin brothers running a juke joint while confronting vampires who seek to steal the town's cultural heritage. Chloe described the film as a metaphor for the music industry, where artists face pressure to sell out to achieve success, often at the cost of their integrity or even their souls. She revealed that watching Sinners moved her to tears because it mirrored her own experiences, working tirelessly, staying true to her art, yet struggling to break through due to unseen forces. Chloe's comments suggested that artists who resist these pressures face significant obstacles, while those who comply are rewarded with quicker success. Her remarks took a bolder turn when she implied that Beyonce was intentionally stifling her career to clear the way for her daughter, Blue Ivy, to take the spotlight. Chloe alleged that Beyonce provided little to no support for her solo endeavors, no tour slots, no promotional push, and no streaming support. Fans and commentators have echoed this sentiment, pointing out that Beyonce, a global superstar, could have easily boosted Chloe's visibility with a simple social media post or a guest feature. Instead, Chloe's Projects seem to languish, while Blue Ivy, at just 13 years old, has been aggressively positioned as Beyonce's successor. Blue Ivy's accomplishments, including a Grammy win at age 9 and high-profile performances with her mother on the Cowboy Carter Tour, have raised questions about whether her rapid rise is organic or orchestrated. Critics, including rapper 50 Cent, have suggested that the Carters, Beyonce, and Jay-Z may be leveraging their influence to secure accolades and opportunities for Blue Ivy, potentially at the expense of other artists. The theory that Beyonce signed Chloe and Halle to keep them in check until Blue Ivy was ready to step into the spotlight has gained traction among fans. Some argue that Beyonce's lack of promotion for Chloe's work, coupled with questionable creative decisions, points to a deliberate strategy to prevent Chloe from outshining Blue Ivy. Blue Ivy's appearances on stage, dressed in high-end custom outfits and performing alongside her mother, have been seen by some as evidence of the Carters' intent to fast-track her career, even at the cost of her childhood. Critics have noted that Blue Ivy, at 13, is styled to appear much older, with elaborate costumes and a polished stage presence that feels more suited to a seasoned performer than a young teenager. Chloe's allegations extend beyond professional sabotage to darker, more speculative claims about the music industry. She hinted at demonic forces at play, suggesting that artists are pressured to make Faustian bargains to achieve lasting success. Her comments about sinners underscored this, as she described how the film's depiction of vampires demanding the protagonist's soul resonated with her own observations of the industry. These statements, particularly her references to Beyonce and Parkwood, appear to have had immediate consequences. After Chloe's live streams, her social media accounts faced restrictions, and planned collaborations, including one with another Parkwood artist, mysteriously vanished from schedules. Insiders have speculated that this other artist may have witnessed similar troubling dynamics and chose to distance themselves by wiping their social media presence. The narrative also touches on long-standing rumors about Beyonce and Jay-Z's influence in the industry, including allegations of sacrificing other artists to maintain their dominance. One prominent example is the speculation surrounding Aaliyah's death in 2001. Some fans and commentators, including Aaliyah's ex-boyfriend Dame Dash, have suggested that her plane crash was not an accident but a spiritual murder, with claims that she was sedated and placed on the plane unconscious. These theories are bolstered by statements from figures like Mary J. Blige, who alluded to knowing more about the incident, and reports of a $90 million settlement related to Aaliyah's death. Additionally, Beyonce's former drummer, Kimberly Thompson, accused her of practicing extreme witchcraft in 2018, claiming that Beyonce had manipulated her career and personal life through supernatural means. Similarly, Beyonce's former dance captain, Ashley Everett, was caught engaging with social media posts that portrayed Beyonce in a negative light, further fueling speculation about her conduct. Chloe's outspokenness has positioned her as a whistleblower of sorts, drawing both support and backlash. Fans have rallied behind her, praising her courage for exposing what they see as systemic issues in the industry and Beyonce's alleged role in them. They point to her talent and early success as evidence that her struggles are not due to a lack of ability, but rather external forces working against her. However, her critics argue that she may be exaggerating or misinterpreting her experiences, and some dismiss her claims about the industry's darker side as sensationalized. The restrictions on her live streams and the sudden silence from her team have only deepened the intrigue, with supporters arguing that these are deliberate attempts to silence her.